our survival depends on them. That's why 4RB's created the Pure Wave Cell, a breakthrough quantum device proven to help hives thrive, doubling colonies and boosting honey production naturally. Every jar of our Pure Wave honey fuels this mission, supporting beekeepers worldwide. Visit 4RBs.com. That's the number 4RBs.com, and use code WITF for 20% off. Save the bees! Save us all!
Where in the Folk is not and should not be viewed as a news source. Any names, places, or likenesses mentioned are purely fictional, and any information discussed is purely speculative. Guest opinions are their own and do not reflect those of anyone else. Where in the Folk is not responsible for content accuracy of any stories that are told or what people do with these stories. This show is vulgar, sometimes graphic, and due to its content, it should not be viewed by anyone actually.
Welcome to another episode of Where in the Folk. I hope everybody's had a good day, depending on where you are. And I hope you still have electric or you have heat. And as you can see, we all three ended up having electric for the time being. So here we are.
Hey, yeah. Crystal.
What's up, Crystal? Let me get the chat up so everybody can see.
Yep. And thank you all for joining us, myself, Steven, and Tully. Tonight we're going a little deep into one of the strangest and most unsettling rabbit holes in history, and that's the paranormal Third Reich.
Yeah. What's up, Ronnie?
Hey, Ronnie.
This is going to be a weird one.
It's going to be a weird one. From secret societies, lost civilizations, a regime obsessed with ancient artifacts, mind control, and even the supernatural. Was there something more to the Nazi war machine than just political and military power? Maybe. So, you guys want to talk about anything before we get started onto this very long subject?
I think I saw what Larry was talking about yesterday. There was a bill that apparently got voted on about the shutoffs and the kill switches in your car. And they're prone to let law enforcement begin to shut your car off if you're violating the law.
Sweet. Hey, Amanda.
What's up, Amanda?
Hello, Ronnie. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. But that right there, that's something that they've been talking about for, I'm not sure how many years. It's been a discussion. They started talking about that several years ago. And evidently they just now passed the bill or the law to allow car manufacturers to put in that shutoff switch on a vehicle.
I was surprised it got a ton of bipartisan support. They all agree that police should have the ability to shut your car off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course it was. It's a laws for thee and not for me. That's what all this is about.
That would be why NASA has all those cars from the 70s and 80s parked in their parking lot, still in running order, I would imagine. If I was guessing. So tonight we're going to be kind of delving away from what you typically hear about the Nazi Party, which is the atrocities that they carried out during World War II.
Yeah.
By ending the lives of millions of folks that didn't deserve it. But tonight we're going to be focusing more on the occult aspect of things when it comes to how they got their start and the things that they did. So the Nazi Party, we'll start at the very beginning. The Nazi Party, formerly known as the National Socialist German Workers' Party, originated as a small political movement in the early 1920s. The term Nazi was initially a derogatory term used to describe members of the party. Over time, the party grew in prominence, largely due to Adolf Hitler's skills in talking and propaganda strategies. Several founding members of the Nazi Party were heavily involved in occult and esoteric societies, which influenced the party's ideology, operations, in ways that continue to fuel conspiracy theories today. So, they were, like I said, the Nazi Party, when they first started, was entangled with various occult occultist beliefs, and many of which shaped that and moved all through till the end. So we'll get started with the very first one. One key group that played a role in the Nazi Party's ideological development was the Thule Society, which we should have a full episode over them one day.
Add that to the list.
Add it to the list.
Who's keeping track of the list, boys? Hey, what's up, Shannon? Thank you. We appreciate that, and please continue to join us.
Yep. Oh yeah. Dropping the ball again, Linda. If you're first time tuning in, like and subscribe.
What's up, Nick?
So one key group that played the role in the Nazi Party ideological development was the Thule Society, a nationalist and occultist organization based in Germany. Now, this formed slightly before the early beginnings of what would become the Nazi Party, and this formed in 1918. The group was obsessed with Aryan supremacy, lost civilizations, and supernatural forces. It took its name from Ultima Thule, a mythical northern land believed to be ancestral home of the Aryan race.
Oh, Lord.
What's that?
No, just what you said.
Oh, yeah.
This episode could get heavy, by the way. We should probably said that there's a trigger warning here.
Oh, yeah. Gold star warning. Yeah. Many leader figures of the early Nazi movement had ties to this group. One of them was Dadrick Eckhart. Here's a picture of Dadrick. This is what he looked like.
He looks like old dude a little bit.
He was 20 years old. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know his age. I didn't get that far into it, but that's it. He was a prominent German nationalist and co-founder of the Nazi Party, and was deeply involved in the Thule Society.
What I'm saying is he straight up looks like Hitler, dude.
A little bit. Yeah, he looks like the version that made it to Argentina. But we won't be talking about that today. I don't think. I can't. Maybe.
Well, we'll see how we're running.
We'll see what happens. He practiced the rituals and teachings of the Thule Society, and he was a mentor to Adolf. And allegedly introduced him to occult practices. He gave him hypnotic techniques and mystical symbolisms. He does look like one. That's so crazy that you said that, because we're rewatching Breaking Bad right now. Walter White, we're on the last season. But Eckhart was known to refer to Hitler as a messianic figure for the Aryan race, believing him to be the prophesied leader who would restore Germany to greatness. Before his death in 1923, Eckhart is said to have written, "Follow Hitler. He will dance, but it is I who have called the tune." Some historians and occult researchers interpret this as an indication that he saw Hitler as a vessel for supernatural forces. Now, have you I'm sure everybody at this point has seen documentaries or something with Hitler giving his speeches.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It is crazy how he just encompassed everybody's mind. Mm-hmm. Like, he was literally in control of their mind at that time. It's so wild, man.
He was charismatic. He was very charismatic.
Yeah. He was. He would begin his speeches in a very light voice.
What's up, Kinder?
Hey, Kinder. Begin his speeches, in just a regular voice. And a lot of times he would give his speeches toward evening, sundown, And sometime during his speech, he would end up, sounding like this really charismatic guy who's almost shouting at everybody. And it would really, really stir up the crowds.
People compare the current president to him, and I don't think he's got anything on that, honestly. No, if you look at the crowds and stuff, the meth was kicking in. He starts geeking out, and he's just like raging, and everybody loves it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. But I'm no tweakers myself. Where we're from. I know a lot of very charismatic people from where we come from that partake in illegal substances like that, and I would never follow them into a war.
Right.
Why not?
And I just, it's the way that he captivated a whole nation. It was similar to like how the Beatles captivated little girls, and people when they came out. It had to be some kind. It almost seemed like a supernatural ability to gain control.
I've got a theory on how this happens. So I think if you get a group of people to the point where they feel like they can't, vote themselves out of a situation or have a say in societal movement, you have an opportunity for the most polarizing figure on the planet to step forward and be like, hey, let's just burn it all down.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody wants to hear at the time. And that's how you get him. That's how you get Napoleon. That's how you get Genghis Khan. And, with Genghis Khan, he, just took it.
Yeah.
And nobody could stop him.
No. Yeah.
So there's been a few of these figures in history. And, I've said this before on the show. I think that everything happens in cycles. And I think eventually you will see another person like this pop up somewhere in the world. But I've not seen it yet.
Well, additionally, the Thule Society was involved in secretive rites, rune magic, and Nordic mythology, attempting to connect modern German identity with ancient warrior traditions. The rituals often invoke Norse gods, and some members claim to possess psychic abilities. Another influential esoteric group was the Vril Society. I never can pronounce that right.
Yeah, the Vril Society.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tully. You can hit it.
So the Vril Society, and I guess this was part of the search for otherworldly power. They focused on mysticism, psychic energy, and the supposed existence of a powerful force known as Vril. So the Vril Society believes in Vril, which is an energy. And the idea of Vril originated from Edward Bulwer Lytton. In 1871, he wrote a novel called The Coming Race, which described an advanced subterranean civilization that harnessed an incredible energy source. Think Hollow Earth. We've talked about that before. Members of the Vril Society believed that this was not merely fiction. What does that remind you of?
Yeah.
L. Ron?
Yeah.
Not merely fiction, but an actual force that could be tapped into for superhuman abilities and crazy technological advancements. The society's members sought ways to access the Vril energy, believing that it could grant limitless power, mind control abilities, and possibly interdimensional travel. Some of the conspiracy theories claim that scientists under Heinrich Himmler attempted to replicate Vril technology, which may have influenced Germany's advanced aircraft, which we'll get into, and missile programs. Their missile programs, their rocket programs are so good that they came over to America and started NASA.
Right.
So there are also claims that Maria Orsic, a supposed psychic, whoa.
Yeah, that's her.
Maria?
Yeah.
Maria. Hey. So she was a psychic medium associated with the Vril Society, and she received telepathic messages from extraterrestrial beings, ancient Aryans, with instructions on building anti-gravity flying craft. This belief led to funded expeditions in search of lost civilizations, where some theorists claimed that the Nazis sought underground Vril-powered cities inhabited by an advanced Aryan race.
Yeah.
And I'll say that that's a good part to talk maybe a little bit about Admiral Byrd, because Admiral Byrd, whenever he was talking about the engaging advanced technological craft in Antarctica, they reported those craft having swastikas.
Oh yeah.
Now, granted, the Nazi Party in World War II, they borrowed the swastika. It was actually,
Right.
I think, it was a symbol of peace before it became.
It's been across multiple different religions and stuff. It's mainly before it became a symbol of pure hate that it is today.
Yeah.
It was a Buddhist symbol, and I think it might have been a little bit different. Like it might have been straight up.
It's still there. Like some people mistake that as a swastika these days.
Yeah. And it was a symbol of like essentially peace and transcendence, I think. Yeah.
It's, the Buddhists and Hindus, they had that as a symbol. But the really interesting thing is that symbol was also found in America. Some of the Western tribes actually had that symbol.
I know we're not really going to talk about Hitler being in Argentina, but there was reported to be a tribe of quote unquote tall whites, which is allegedly an alien race, and there's supposed to be a tribe of those in South America, very similar to Valiant Thor. We've talked about him a lot in the past, but I don't know. Like, I know they're giving them names and stuff, like extraterrestrial Aryans or whatever. But that just sounds like the tall whites to me, like the blonde-haired, blue-eyed aliens.
Yeah. And also in Argentina, in those particular villages or whatever they are, they had a lot of twins, which was another thing that the Germans were working on with their genetics, was developing twins.
Yeah, and I think it's really strange how like this party had two different parties of occultism tied interwebbed into their hierarchy. That's so strange to me.
Well, yeah, it'd be like two secret societies coming together to back a political candidate.
Yep.
Yeah. I would like for Maria to read my future, though.
Crystal's giving us shit for that.
Oh, boy.
That one's for the boys. Morgana's not here to keep us straight tonight. So
I was just showing a picture of a person in history. But that's not the first one I Googled, though. I was looking for other kinds, but that's the only one I could find.
It was too early for Maria to have an OnlyFans.
She probably had some. I figure she did have some fans.
Yeah.
But the truth is, she was probably a very hateful person. I mean, to be tied into this.
Very, very possible.
Yeah. But some research. So we'll move right along to some researchers and mystics have suggested that Hitler himself was either possessed or physically influenced by dark forces. I mean, yeah. There are reports from those who interacted with him that said that he would sometimes enter deep trances while speaking as though he were channeling external entities. His intense charisma and ability to mesmerize crowds have fueled speculation that he was tapping into otherworldly forces. Now, the going into a trance thing and speaking to yourself like you're channeling people, that could have solely been drug induced. I've seen that.
I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. There's a lot of religious cults that do that, though. Like let beings speak through them and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Ronnie. To AI.
We didn't do anything with Morgana. She is busy this weekend. She went to a divorce party yesterday, and I think she is celebrating her marriage tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ain't that weird?
Who knows?
Oh yeah, my anniversary's coming up. Yours is too. Yours just passed. Right?
Yeah.
Did you forget your anniversary?
Yeah.
Shit.
we just kind of celebrate everything, like everything's so close together, like Christmas, birthday, that. So we do a dinner for like everything.
The only reason I remember my anniversary is because I was like, after we got married, I was like, shit, we should do this later because it's February 10th, which is 4 days before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, now you can group things together.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you didn't see it, Waffle House is doing Valentine's Day RSVP dinners. They're bringing out the white tablecloths and they're doing tableside service for you and your special person.
Ari scheduled us down here at the McDonald's with the play place, and they're going to lay out the Ronald McDonald tablecloth. So
I can't think of a more romantic place to take your significant other than the Waffle House, honestly. Pull! you walk in, people just start screaming.
Nick says they have done that for years. He would know.
That's awesome. I support it.
Yeah, he worked there for many years. So accounts from those close to him describe his overwhelming fear of the unseen forces. So he was paranoid, you know. He's like, oh, ghost. What's that? You know, like that type of person. Dr. Walter Steen, a historian and occult expert, claimed that Hitler was obsessed with black magic and demonic rituals, often seeking guidance from astrologers, clairvoyants, and occult practitioners. Some even believe that Hitler visited the Spear of Destiny in Vienna as a young man and became enthralled by its supposed supernatural power, a relic he later seized once in power. Additionally, his erratic behavior and sudden mood swings have linked to either occult influence or heavy drug use, probably both, if we're being honest. Right. His personal physician, Dr. Theodore Morel, administered cocktails of methamphetamine, opiates, and possibly psychoactive substances, which, you know, methamphetamine can be after a day or two of being up, which could have induced hallucinations and paranoia. Some esoteric theories suggest that Hitler may have been engaged in ritualistic practices to commune with the dark forces. Right. So, I mean, yeah.
I think so, Nick. I think so. And I agree, Crystal. And I think my thoughts about this, if you look at any like big name occultist that's like super famous in history, the drugs go hand in hand with some of the rituals that they do. Like if you look at Aleister Crowley, he did a ton of drugs. Rasputin was famous for like getting so messed up and talking to the dead. You know, a lot of the big ones today also do that, you know, because, you know, there's folks today that are the equivalent of Crowley. You just don't hear about them a lot because they are hanging around with celebrities all the time.
Yeah. And I mean, the whole aspect of doing the drugs is to be able to open your third eye a little bit, you know, so that you can keep into it.
Well,
you know?
they say, you know, I know you guys have heard this, but for everybody listening, they say that one thing that could have made us sentient beings as humans is psilocybin mushrooms.
Yep.
Yeah.
That we may have been not sentient and we ate a bunch of mushrooms and then figured some stuff out.
Like,
what's up, Alan?
Yeah. Our before evolution, our selves were out there, we're like eating these little mushrooms, and we're like, man, I bet I could use that stick to get some meat. You know what I mean? But that combined with like making essentially roadways and treetops to avoid the ground and like predators and stuff is where it probably came from, I would think. You know, have to remember like direction and stuff like that. It builds brain matter and whatnot, and adds them little ripples and blah 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 blah. But anyway, the Nazi regime incorporated numerous occult and esoteric symbols into its imagery and ideology. The swastika, which we were speaking about earlier, originally an ancient symbol of power and prosperity in Hinduism and Buddhism. So is power and prosperity. Was appropriate and titled to symbolize an aggressive dynamic force. The SS insignia, designed with twin lightning bolts, has been linked to the Nordic runes associated with divine power and destruction.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, what's really crazy about this is research that I've done when we first started, like 5 years ago. And you was able to find things like this. There's some things in here that I tried to look up again to make sure that I still had everything. Can't find anymore.
Really?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we'll move right along to the experiments and things like that. So, as head of the Schutzstaffel, Heinrich Himmler established a secretive research division known as Erner. I never can pronounce that. How would you pronounce that?
Nerby and Nerby.
Ananirbe. Yeah, Ananirbe.
Nerby.
Hello, Evan. Thank you for joining.
What's up, Evan?
So
I haven't seen you around in a minute. It's good to have you here.
So Ananirbe, tasked with investigating the mystical origins of the Aryan race, they were tasked with investigating the mystical origins of the Aryan race and uncovering lost occult knowledge. Himmler was obsessed with the occult, and he designed what was known as Wewelselberg Castle. Now this place looks crazy. I can't pronounce it. Wewelselberg. How do you say it?
I don't.
Or at least the German. I mean,
yeah. I would say Wewelsburg.
Wewelsburg.
Yeah,
pretty close. Now this place looks crazy. This is like the one side of it. Here's it looks like that. Now what's real strange to me is the formation of it, the way that they build it into a triangle.
Yeah.
No, this place was to serve as mystical headquarters for the Nazi elite. The castle featured a round black sun symbol on the floor that's still there today, right here, which some believe represents the cosmic source of Aryan power. Himmler envisioned that the SS as a modern day kind of like Knights Order, dedicated to mythical rituals and pursuit of hidden knowledge. Some sources claim that in the depths of this castle, that I'm not going to say the name anymore because everybody's making fun of me.
Just call it the Wuzzles.
The Wuzzleberg Castle. The SS conducted ritualistic experiments using alchemy principles, hoping to unlock the secrets of immortality or race purification. The castle was designed to be a spiritual epicenter of the SS, featured esoteric symbols throughout the whole thing. And the castle reportedly houses a secret chamber where high-ranking SS officers engage in occult ceremonies that incorporated runes, blood rituals, and ancient alchemical texts.
Alchemical.
That's what I said, alchemical.
Yep.
You need to take over for a second. I'm losing my voice.
I'm losing my voice. All right.
Oh, man.
Let me see where you're at.
One of the more bizarre theories is where we're at.
Okay. So one of the more bizarre theories suggests that the SS attempted to harness alchemical transmutation to generate gold, which isn't unique to the Nazis. The whole kind of underscore of alchemy itself is rooted in people trying to create gold from nothing. You hear a ton of stories about that.
Mm-hmm.
But they were doing it to try to fund the Nazi war machine. There are accounts that SS researchers experimented with arcane formulas, mercury transmutation, and mystical symbols to unlock the secrets of the ancient alchemical practice. They allegedly sourced Europe for lost alchemical manuscripts, including the works of Nicholas Flamel from Harry Potter, a medieval French alchemist rumored to have discovered the Philosopher's Stone, which is also in Harry Potter, the English version. The English version is the Philosopher's Stone instead of the Sorcerer's Stone.
What?
Yeah. But their fascination was deeply rooted in a broader quest for occult power in the gold thing. And they thought that alchemy could also give them control over life and death. And people all throughout history have sought. Yeah, they were looking for the butterbeer too. I think they found it. But people throughout history have looked for the Philosopher's Stone. It's a legendary substance believed to grant eternal life, transmute base metals into gold, and have universal secret properties. Heinrich Himmler, in particular, was obsessed with these concepts and devoted significant resources to uncovering alchemical knowledge. They speculate that Nazi leadership believed they were on the verge of uncovering the stone, not as a physical artifact, but as a functional system of transformation. And by the early 1940s, which, I guess this got interrupted by the World War, but Himmler reportedly saw the SS itself as a living alchemical experiment. Now, why would he think that? I think
transmit information.
Yeah, I think they were probably experimenting on the SS with this alchemy stuff.
Yeah, they absolutely were.
But it was a closed order undergoing purification through rituals, bloodline control, and sacrifice. The symbolic architecture and ceremonial use of Weebel's Castle has fueled speculation that Himmler believed the final stage of rebirth was near. Some suggest that the escalating brutality of war was interpreted not as failure, but as proof that the process was working and destruction was necessary to refine. This chilling possibility remains that Nazis thought that they hadn't failed at alchemy, but they simply ran out of time. Or did they?
Now, there was actually a Supernatural episode about this, where I think it was Supernatural, where somebody had made a golem. And
yes, it was. They did make a golem.
Yeah, and they use like this rebirth thing to come back to life. Like
golems are also that's Jewish folklore.
Yeah. Well, this party, the painters party, had actually used what they're talking about here to like come back to life later in like the future time to bring on a new Reich or whatever. And Sam and Dean had to fight them with the golem. I just wanted to throw that in there. I love that.
That's a great tidbit.
Yeah. Now the thinkers, the Philosopher's Stone, we'll go into a little bit about that, representing more than like Holy said, immortality or gold. It symbolizes total mastery over nature, the perfection of the human form, the rebirth of mythical Aryan past, and the creation of a new ruling elite is what they believe.
Yeah. So it'd be like if you had the Infinity Stones from the Marvel movies. This is what they were going after.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you're talking about Walt Disney, Crystal, but he was involved in these circles, in the eugenics circles. There was a ton of very famous Americans that were pro-eugenicists and did not support World War II because they supported this party.
Yes. Yeah. You go back to Lindbergh, Sanger, quite a few of them. Yeah. Prescott.
Bunch of them. Yeah.
A lot of Henry Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Sure was.
Starting the Popeyes Bank.
Yep. Yeah, like Nick said, there were sympathizers.
Tons.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So Himmler founded Ehrenberg. I can't say that word either. Ahnenerbe.
The Ahnenerbe is what we're calling.
Yeah. An SS-run research institute tasked with uncovering ancestral Germanic knowledge as well, while publicly framed as archaeology and anthropology. I can usually say that word. I typed this out.
That's easy for you to say.
They quietly investigated things like alchemical manuscripts, encoded grimoires, Homeric symbols like the Germanic myth, ancient texts believed to describe life extension or spiritual transmutation, legends of immortality tied to sacred relics. And researchers were instructed to search for non-material stones.
I got you on something.
What?
So the Ane Nerbe literally means ancestral heritage.
Nice.
That, because that word was reminding me of like Anunnaki, like just the way that it's written. But it means ancestral heritage.
Cool.
Yeah. You see, and another thing that Hitler did in the early days of recruiting people into his war machine was he actually had people from America going back over there who knew that they were German, their bloodline was German, and he was telling them all to come home to the motherland, and a lot of them went.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was seeing a clip on something where there is of course, like probably a fictional tale, but like this American ran into an SO soldier and they were talking and he's like, "Oh, I'm from Oregon," and it's what you're talking about. He was sent back over there to fight. And they just had a nice little remembrance thing. He's like, "Well, I'll see you on down the line." And he walks about 20 feet and then you just hear machine gun fire, But yeah, I suppose that happened a lot. People left here to go back over there to fight for Mother Germany.
I think that scene was in Band of Brothers.
Probably, I don't know. Never watched it.
But that was supposed to be an account, like
that was a real account. I can't recall the book right now. It was I want to say Flyboys, but I'm not sure that was the actual title of that book. But yeah. So it was, but yeah, it really did happen. I mean, they're from Oregon and they went back to Germany to go fight for for Hitler.
Yeah. People that were not even born there, like their parents were born there.
What's crazy is like, it almost seems like Europe is wanting to posture for another global war. Like, they just raised the age of conscription to like 65.
Yeah.
And that's what Germany was doing. Like, whenever it got bad enough and all of their younger soldiers got killed, they were putting geriatrics on the front line, and it sounds like that could happen again.
Right.
As we have an armada steaming toward Iran. I don't think it's a coincidence that 2 weeks before they're raising the age of draft to 65.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy how all that works and how people have ties to a land that they've never been to. I don't see that. Like, I don't feel any way about Florida. If Florida was to go to war with everybody, I'm not going back to Florida.
Like, unless there was a super charismatic figure that was buying everybody in,
Right.
I'm thinking too lazy to care what anybody says.
That's probably true. That's the truest thing that you've said.
You need to come back and fight for your state. I'm like, I'm cool, man. I'd just rather sit around and go to work and whatnot.
Yeah, the youth propaganda, that was huge.
Yeah.
The fudge shop.
Now, for the fudge shop in Berea, I may. But
the Hitler's youth, they had a special name. What were they? The youth, was it the?
I don't remember.
Well, I mean, that was the direct pipeline into the SS.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was the SS Youth or something like that. They had some big programs for the youth.
The whippersnappers.
Yeah, and they would
the Wessel snappers.
Wuzzles.
The Wuzzles.
Wuzzles, as Crystal said. Yeah, Wuzzles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, they had those youth camps for the young people in Germany, and they wind up having a lot of babies coming out of there too. So.
Yeah, and when they were searching for these non-material stones, that kind of led to belief that the philosopher's stone may be symbolic more than anything, biological or energy. It could have been just energy of some kind, nothing physical though. Now the Wesselberg, That's what it is. Wewelzelberg Castle. It has to be Wewelzelberg Castle.
There you go. I think you said it right.
Yeah. Wewelzelberg. I finally did something. I think.
There you go.
It's a woozy.
What was it? Emily transferred the castle into the ritual center, like we mentioned earlier. The castle's design did also incorporate, geometry stuff, solar symbolism associated with rebirth ritual chambers intended for elite initiations. Thank you, Ronnie. I'm glad somebody gives me support. I have a Clay County High School education, and I've made it this far. And Tully's going to go, I do Clay County High School education too, but I didn't go to school. I was too cool to go to school.
You're making up arguments in your head right now, dude.
Until you go fuck yourself, but I'm nicer than that.
To a non-existent argument.
But anyway, they envisioned a new nightly order, like we mentioned earlier, beyond humanity, echoing classic alchemical stages: death, purification, and rebirth. Nazis' fixation on immortality often manifested less as a literal internal life and more as a genetic legacy living forever through pure bloodlines. Mythic remembrance becoming internal through legend and state-controlled production. Lebanese-born program echoes alchemical refinement. Some SS doctors blurred occult belief with grotesque experiments, which, at this point, I think everybody has heard about this. Treating the human body as raw material to be altered in pursuit of ideological perfection.
I guarantee the Japanese experiments on, what was the island called again? The concentration camp that the Japanese had, they had a whole island.
Japan.
Nick sent me the name of the kids. It was the Hitler Youth League of German Worker Youth.
Oh, nice.
But it has a different name that I can't say. But that's basically what it meant.
It's I don't know. I want to say I remember hearing people talk about the Japan Death March. Which a lot of people who were marched on that, they did not survive the march.
The Unit 731 is what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
that's the experimental island where I guarantee they were reporting this stuff back to Germany, because they were doing stuff like seeing what would happen if they removed somebody's skin, like seeing how long they could live without any skin.
They did all kinds of crazy shit. That's the craziest thing about that whole party, was they took occultism, science, like what people would consider real science at the time, and they kind of intertwined it all together to try to create these crazy different outcomes for all kinds of stuff. The experimentation was insane that they did. Like they did all kinds of crazy stuff.
Right. And I don't know. I mean, and we know about Project Paperclip, where it used to be the running joke was the Americans would say our German scientists are smarter than your German scientists to Russia,
Yeah.
And, they worked on eugenics, and now you can have designer babies and things like that. If you, there's anything negative that your child might have, you can eliminate that before the child's born. If you want your child to be tall, you can choose the hair color, the eye color, the whole thing. So obviously the work did not stop whenever the war ended.
Yeah,
we know that it didn't.
Yeah. I mean, everything continued, like into our jet propulsions, like in our rocket propulsion systems and everything. Like that's how we got to the moon, was based off of, if you believe we went to the moon, that's how we got up there, was based off of Nazi research.
Well, the rockets were for sure.
Yeah. And see, that's the other thing about it. Germany, they had already developed jet planes, and if they would have had a little more time, they would have dominated the airspace over Europe. But they ran out of time.
Yeah.
Is basically what happened. Is why they didn't. If he hadn't decided to go up against Russia, which I always thought, what kind of an insane move was that? If you're fighting this big war against all these allies here in Europe, why would you want to involve the nation to the north?
If they would have had their backing,
yeah,
it would have probably been a completely different outcome. Honestly,
oh, it would have. Yeah,
I hate how certain phrases like remind me of a song at the worst time. Like when you said they went into Russia, it reminds me of the epic rap battles of history between Adolf Hitler and Darth Vader. And when Darth Vader says, "When you go to Russia, you better bring the fucking winter clothes," you know.
Yeah, they did not bring the winter clothes. In fact, so after the gold making, they were intrigued by eternal life, which the Philosopher's Stone was also supposed to do. But they apparently were exploring herbal extracts and Eastern spiritual traditions, alchemical mixtures. And they went to Tibet. They did an expedition to Tibet for all of this in 1938. And that was conducted by Ernst Schaefer. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that like a Winnie the Pooh hood?
Oh yeah. You know,
it looks like it's got ears on it.
Yeah.
You know it, man.
Ernst Schaefer was a furry who sought ancient Buddhist texts that referenced hidden knowledge on life extension and transcendence. Some speculate that these expeditions were linked to attempts to replicate the Amrita, which is a divine nectar believed to grant immortality in Hindu and Buddhist traditions. And the expedition cost $20 billion in today's money.
Yeah. 5 years ago. I don't know what this is now.
But the archives indicate that researchers studied ancient Chinese alchemical texts to look for immortality as well. What if they found it? Maybe that's how he got to Argentina.
Exactly. Like they pump so much money. Like it seems like this was happening during the war, by the way. Like he's like, here, go find this elixir. You know what I mean? When even though the war was still kicking off.
That $20 billion probably could have been spent somewhere better than that, though, for the war effort.
Yeah, you would think. But I mean, like, that's the whole thing about this. Like, they were going for some kind of complete control that is unheard of. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to make monsters and we're going to fucking live forever and we're going to rule the world. Like, it is it really sounds like drug talk. Really, it does. Like, the more that we delve into this, it sounds like the minds of somebody whose mind is completely battered.
But some of it was backed up, like the anti-gravity stuff,
yeah,
and the Nazi bell, like
Die Glock.
Yeah. So even though they were crazy, maybe like they were begetting some actual weird stuff out of this.
There's rumor that the UFO that crashed in Roswell was actually a Horn Brothers, H-O. Yeah, Horn Brothers plane, because it kind of looked like it's what we call the wing now. Yeah. But it was a little different design. It was like this. Yeah. But with little points on the end.
Like a boomerang.
Yeah, it was a little fat thing. Yeah.
Well, there's the story from those expeditions where they said that they stumbled upon a group of monks that could chant and levitate objects with sound.
Mm-hmm.
And that led to some technological advancements in, anti-gravity. Like, it may not truly be anti-gravity, but ways to levitate things differently.
Yeah. And And one of the main reasons that they went into like Tibet was because they believed that they were going to find preserved fragments of like ancient pre-Aryan or proto-Aryan civilization. They thought that there was some kind of link between the Aryan race and Atlantis, or a primordial Hyperborean race of some kind. And the monasteries were imagined as esoteric cosmetology, longevity practices, consciousness altering rituals, and symbolic knowledge paralleling with Western alchemy. But the thing is, like, do you y'all remember when, like, in the 90s, they were doing some kind of like documentary at a Tibetan monastery, and these monks were like meditating, and it was because it was so cold they were trying to warm up, then steam started rolling off of them.
Yeah. Well, the Iceman can do that. I forget that dude's name, but they have scientifically proven they injected him with the flu, and he heated his body up and killed the flu.
All right. So the other thing that they were doing is the clothing that they were wearing, they would soak it in water before they go up on the mountain where it was cold, and they would do this meditation, and they would heat it up. You can see the steam coming off of them. They dry it out, and they would come back the next day, or whenever they were supposed to. Yeah.
I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I think I kind of channeled that a little bit when I was like in grade school waiting on the bus in the wintertime, because I had to wait right next to 421 and like cars just zipping by, and it was like 12 degrees, you know?
Yeah, that's something we should do, is like an episode on people who can do crazy things with their bodies like that.
Yeah.
Put it on the list.
Put it on the list. Put that on the list, Landa. We're gonna dump all this on Morgana the next time she's on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Iceman, I think that dude holds the record for like walking or like hiking a huge mountain with just his underwear on.
He climbed Mount Everest in like shorts, I'm pretty sure.
And barefooted.
Let's see.
Yeah, but didn't he end up losing a toe or two from hypothermia? Or was that somebody else?
I don't know.
Okay, I remember seeing some of the stuff. I think with Iceman, I think maybe I'm on the right page now, where where a doctor was telling him, "Hey, you need to stop doing what you're doing here. You're going to end up with frostbite." Because I think on his feet or something like that. That it was a.
Yeah, dude. This is his cat. Let me drag this over here. I won't let me drag it. Look at this guy. He didn't make it all the way up Mount Everest. He didn't make it all the way up Mount Everest. He made it pretty high up. That's what he wore climbing Mount Everest, dude. He didn't reach the summit. He got a foot injury.
Oh yes, maybe he did lose some toes.
Yeah.
But still, that's a crazy, like, to be there wearing underwear and just barefooted.
Yeah.
Underwear and a bandana, baby. That's how I do it.
I guarantee you, though, I know some people that I don't care what time of year it is, they're going to be wearing a tank top. I don't care. In this weather right here, they might put a jacket on over their tank top, but if they're just going to be out of their vehicle for a few minutes, they'll be wearing their tank top.
I'm very guilty of being the guy wearing the ball shorts and Crocs with a hoodie on in this weather right now. That's me.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, think about how many people have died on Mount Everest, and for him to only lose a toe or two in those clothes is insane.
Yeah. But I could be wrong on him actually losing a toe or two. It could have been a different guy who was really famous for that as well. There's another guy. Yeah, but it's I think I may be getting the two confused, but it's but still the fact that he could do that and get that high up on Mount Everest wearing shorts, he's got something going on, and evidently everybody is probably capable of doing it. We just forgot how.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and all the chemicals in our food and stuff probably ain't helping nothing.
Well, those preserve us. Those keep us warm during the winter.
I mean, for your brain.
But a tie into this is the Agathera Agartha? Agartha?
Agartha.
Say it then.
Agartha.
Agartha theory. Yeah, the Nazi search for the underworld. Some theories suggest that the Nazis were searching for Agartha,
Argatha.
a mythological underground kingdom believed to house enlightened beings with an advanced knowledge. It was thought to be located deep inside the earth, and accessible through hidden entrances in Tibet, the Arctic, and Antarctica. So
Agartha is actually on the flat Earth map.
Yeah.
And it plays into Hollow Earth, and is supposed to be a place like beyond Antarctica with an advanced civilization.
Yeah, and this place supposedly had technologically advanced beings who possessed the ability to manipulate energy, time, and space. Some reports claim that the Nazis researchers consulted with Tibetan monks who hinted at the existence of underground civilizations, which may have been outside of the wall, fueling further speculation that the Nazis were speaking the knowledge from this place for military or supernatural purposes.
I think so, Landa.
Yeah.
She asked it was a creature in the dark crystal. Probably. They rename like, demons in TV shows and stuff will have actual demonic names sometimes. So it wouldn't surprise me that they were using this in pop culture.
Yeah. Well, Cecil, with what you're talking about there, and how they want to control time and all this other stuff. Well, isn't that kind of what they're trying to do with the Large Hadron Collider?
Always. They're trying to break into some kind of they're doing something. They're always trying to break open portals, or they're trying to open little mini black holes to see if we can walk right on through it and step right on back in.
Yeah. What was it? How many years ago was it? I know we went over that. We talked about it and how they believed at CERN that they could send gravity into another dimension and stuff like that. They were talking about all this other stuff. Then they also had the ghost in the machine that they really didn't have an answer for.
For our next watch party, I've got a video about apparently the theory of relativity was credibly challenged whenever it came out, and the person challenging it, very similar to like Graham Hancock, got kind of like booed out of the room because they wanted Einstein to have all of the glory of that. But there was legit credible challenge, and even Einstein in a paper acknowledged that if this dude were right, then the theory of relativity is just shot.
Yeah.
So I'll include that for our next watch party.
Yeah. Part of Einstein's problem was that he didn't have enough dimensions in his equations. If he would have added more dimensions, it probably would have yielded for him. So
I don't even know if I believe that they were his theories.
Probably not. Maybe his wife's. That's why he divorced her.
Yeah. That dude was off the chain, like married his cousin and stuff. I mean, maybe that's normal, but I don't know. It
was normal back then, I guess.
Evidently it's still normal today in Great Britain. So
yeah, the trolls do it all the time.
There was an article, I didn't put it in this week. There was an article this week talking about the benefits of interfamily marriages.
There aren't benefits in that.
One of the benefits was better family dynamic.
Better family dynamic.
Yep. And
this is my sister and my little brother, who's also my wife and my son.
Yeah. If you Google something like Britain says that like cousin marriage has benefits or something like that, they'll be like, well, yeah, it could cause health problems, but your family dichotomy will be stronger.
Yep. Yes, Crystal.
On that note, don't forget to follow us if you've made it this far.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. We're talking about incest on here, so
yeah, Crystal. It wasn't just royal families. It was also some of these powerful families. They had to find somebody within the family to marry. That way, the fortune wasn't.
if you follow us, you can tell anybody that we're your cousins, and we'll co-sign on that.
That'd be cool.
So anybody that follows, you're all of our cousins now.
Yeah.
After talking about incest, Tully, that sounds like a weird proposition right there.
Yeah, I mean, if it keeps going the way it is, it's going to be like, well, we need one of your other cousins to co-sign this marriage. So if you want to, marry your cousin, you're going to need our permission.
Oh my god! And you talk about me.
Tell me, I'm just going to say this now. It's usually Cecil that runs us off in the ditch.
It's not my fault. Somebody said that. I forget who even said that.
Or it could be me that runs us off.
Did you recently go to a family reunion or something, Tully, and start getting weird thoughts?
Nope.
Nope. You went back to your home county?
Yeah. This is Einstein's fault. This whole conversation.
Oh, jeez.
Get us back on track, Cecil.
The Livingstone hypothesis. Some speculate that Tully is deeply infatuated with cousin fucking.
No. That's not true.
His motto is closer kin. No, I'm joking.
Okay, to kind of get us back on track, they said at one time that that Mustache Man had the spirit of destiny. I wonder whose vault that is in now.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Hopefully, this is a very long subject. We may have to split this up, depending on how late you guys are allowed to stay on before your better halves are like, you better come back here.
Let's see how far we can get. We may do a part 2 to this.
Yeah. Yeah. Some speculation holds that Nazi researchers believe that the Tibetan spiritual traditions have already achieved what European alchemists sought symbolically: human transformation without matter, meditation, ritual isolation, breath control. Mythic rebirth cycles were interpreted as proof that the stone could be embodied rather than manufactured. In this view, monks were seen as perfect vessels, but we found out not long ago that all monks are not perfect. You remember that?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
You're talking about like the Dalai Lama literally licks kids. I don't know what do you.
Yeah. And there was the one monster that had a rapid outbreak of VD. You remember that?
Yeah. It's I don't even want to speculate too deeply in this. We know how that got spread around, but I think that's far enough.
Yeah. Monasteries as long-running experiments, enlightened and all alchemical completion. The dovetail with Nazi ideologies that the stone was not an object, but a state of being, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
Sacred geography.
So it's like Asgard. Asgard isn't necessarily a place; it's a people or something like that. I don't know. It's a quote.
Yeah.
So okay,
I'm gonna skip this part.
Well, I can hit that high level. So not only were they looking into the Philosopher's Stone, they were doing a little bit of everything. Sacred geometry. They were trying to figure out free energy scenarios, and they had anthropologists that were out measuring skulls, faces, and bodies during this expedition, attempting to forcibly map Tibetan populations into Aryan racial theory. They hoped to find physical proof, that Aryan ancestors had originated in the Tibetan area, and that they basically to reinforce the idea that they were recovering something lost to them and not reinventing it.
Yeah. Have you ever run across any of the videos where at this time in 1800s and up to this time right here, when they were looking at these skulls, some of these skulls, they considered them more aesthetically pleasing than the others, and those were the ones that they would refer to as the Aryan skulls.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all run across videos like that before, but yeah, that exists. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm surprised they didn't come across any like giant skeletons and stuff back then.
They 100% did. Yeah.
Mhm.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So we'll move right along. We're moving out of Tibet for a little bit.
Okay.
For a while. Forever.
Isn't the Thoth? Yeah, the Thoth tablets are the emerald tablets. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, one of the more controversial Nazi pursuits was their alleged search for the Emerald Tablet of Thoth. This is a rendition of what they assume it may look like. No confirmation that's ever been found.
It's kind of like the emerald tablets kind of remind me of when Joseph Smith was looking into the hat. They say that like the tablets impart knowledge, not that you're actually reading it in a way. Like it has inscriptions, but just like when Joseph was looking into the hat and found in LDS, the emerald tablets would impart knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, Nostradamus, what was Nostradamus looking into? A bowl of water or something like that? Mm-hmm. Whenever he was seeing his prophecies.
What he do, flick it and be like,
I think that's what it was. You know, different people have done different things. You know, Joseph Smith had the hat that he looked into, and
that always kills me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the LDS reminds me so much of Scientology in some ways.
Oh,
like just with the Bizarro, like he had the tablet or whatever in the hat, but only him or his cousin. Again, cousins. Mm-hmm. If you need a cousin to co-sign on your cult beliefs, we will co-sign that. Just give him a follow.
Yeah, see, when Albert Einstein married his cousin, he knew that his cousin wouldn't be able to testify against him if they had to go to trial over something because they were married.
Yeah, the only people that can read those tablets other than Joseph Smith was like one of his friends and his cousin.
Nice.
Yeah, and those tablets that were made out of gold.
Oh yeah.
You ever gone over the size of the tablets and that they're made out of pure gold?
No,
gold, but I didn't know how big they were.
It'd be more.
Was it an exceptionally large hat that he had?
It was a magic hat, dude.
Must have been like Hoss Cartwright's hat on the Bonanza.
It was a magic hat, bro. But the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, that's an artifact believed to contain secrets of more immortality as well, interdimensional travel, and divine wisdom. It's attributed to the mythical Hermes Trismegistus. I can't say it. Trismegistus. That's right. It's considered a cornerstone of Western alchemy, Hermeticism, and esoteric philosophy. Thank you for tuning in where I can't pronounce words. Nazi scholars believe that decoding the Emerald Tablet's cryptic inscriptions could provide them with knowledge to manipulate time and space, and just like whatever they were searching for in Tibet. And this they kind of sought these ancient relics in Egypt, Mesopotamia, even South America in hope of retrieving lost wisdom. Theories claim that Himmler was Himmler had portions of the tablet text secretly copied and stored in the underground vaults under Wewelsburg Castle. Others suggest that the U.S. or Soviet forces may have seized Nazi occult archives, including their findings of the Emerald Tablet during Operation Paperclip. One of the things that I like the most, though, is what they supposedly found in Egypt. Like they did a big scour of Egypt too, like a big expedition in that whole area. But one thing that they said they were looking for there, they were interested in free energy technologies akin to what Tesla believed, and may have studied Egyptian architecture as a way to understand forgotten energy systems. Which, when I wrote this,
you didn't know. You didn't know.
Didn't know that there was stuff under the pyramids like we do now.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're looking for, was that vault underneath the Giza, wasn't it?
Yep.
Edgar Casey was the one who, in one of his sleeping episodes where he talked about how there would be a vault uncovered in Giza.
Yep. They were looking for, and they had a belief that the people of Atlantis, the Atlanteans relics were underneath there as well. Remnants of technology of advanced civilization predating Egypt itself. These relics were described as crystalline energy resources, resonance chambers, and life force amplifiers.
Yeah.
And now we know that there are these huge ass columns with spirals down
and resonance chambers
Yeah.
that have these big footers on them. That's the only thing I could describe.
So what do you think, they kicked down the doors and found all this out?
I don't know. I mean, who would have stopped them?
Right. Yeah. Who would have stopped them at that time in Egypt?
Yeah.
Napoleon had been there.
Rommel was in that area too, I think. Right. So
yeah.
they had a large presence. They could have easily just kicked down the door and looked at what they wanted to.
They were looking for anything to manipulate matter, weaponize ancient energy, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of surprising to me. Whenever they were looking for all this stuff right here, is that you didn't come up with anything about the Book of the Dead from Egypt that they might have been looking into. But
that's true.
Nothing mentioned about it here.
Well, they were looking, for the Hall of Records where the Book of the Dead was likely be there. And there are some theories that they found it beneath the Sphinx or possibly the pyramids, which could be what's under the pyramids.
Yeah.
That would contain humanity's lost knowledge, scrolls describing creation cycles, star maps linking humanity to the cosmos, instructions for biological transformation, which is one thing that they wanted.
So, I guess we could summarize the things that they allegedly found in Egypt, right? So you got the Emerald Tablets, the Atlantean relics, the Hall of Records, like Cecil was saying, Ark of the Covenant, which that's the Egyptian origin theory.
Yep.
Ritual objects linked to soul transference. So like Get Out and star knowledge relics related to, I guess, immortality.
Yeah. Well, Plato, he's the one that wrote about Atlantis and the Atlanteans. And at the time that he would have wrote about it, I believe he said that it would have been 9,000 years earlier whenever the Atlanteans were on the earth. If you look at it from the time that Plato lived until now, that put it back around 11,000 years ago or something like that. So, there's some interesting stuff there on that. We talked about when we did the show about Lemuria and those other islands that are continents that sank, and then you have some people being born with blonde hair, when they're babies in a place where there aren't any blonde haired people.
What was it just a few weeks ago that they, like, Australia acknowledged the big island off its coast?
Yeah.
Underwater.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So that would have been, things have been a lot different in the past. That's the one thing that stays constant, is nothing actually stays the same for extended periods of time here on this planet. Things are constantly changing, constantly.
So that's a fact. Even right now, as we speak, Africa is splitting into 2 different continents.
Yep.
And it's going like at an inch per year, which is ridiculously fast.
Yep.
Putting a big crack right down the middle.
Yeah. And, last year there was a guy who was recording stuff. Where was that at? Was he in Idaho or someplace like that, where the ground kept splitting open farther and farther, and he posted some stuff. And then all of a sudden, kind of like the guy who had the giant video, and, that guy, you can't find that guy anymore.
I've got a video about that too for our next watch.
Yeah. And you can't find this other guy who was talking about how the ground was splitting open, and he was showing proof of it out there in the West. Here in America.
The guy that saw the giant on the mountain legitimately died after that.
Yeah.
Like after posting that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It kind of makes you wonder if he died like somebody who was just about to go testify against somebody or something, you know?
I don't wish death upon anybody, but Mandy tricked me this morning for one of her TikTok videos, and I was upset.
Tricked you.
Tricked me, yeah. She asked me something. She's like, "What would you take to blah blah blah?" And I was like, "I don't know, like a bass amp, bass guitar, and a backpack full of cables." And come to find out, it's what you would pack, what all you can fit in your butt. Yeah,
that's forever, dude. That's out there on the internet.
I know, but anyway,
oh man,
it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Do you feel like Cartman?
Yeah. You reach in there and push a little button and a big antenna pops out.
I'm just joking, and then he like busts through the wall like the Kool-Aid man.
No, I thought it was funny. It's pretty good joke.
Yeah.
It's a bummer it's out there forever, but and I can fit way more. If she would tell me something about it, I would have told her,
So I think the part maybe to hit out of like just digging ourselves out of alchemical searches for a minute.
Yeah, we're getting ready to head out into some their experiments on alchemical research for superior races.
Well, yeah, go ahead and hit that, and then I can hit like maybe what happened to some of this stuff afterwards.
I mean, it's pretty shortcut. This is a section that everybody's always heard about when it comes to all this stuff. Horrific human experiments in eugenics and genetic modification. Dr. Mengele was the infamous angel of death at Auschwitz, conducted grotesque experiments on twins, individuals with rare genetic traits, and prisoners were subjected to extreme conditions. Certain accounts suggest that the doctors in this regime attempted to manipulate biological processes through alchemical and mystical means, including blood transfusions, hormone experiments, and exposure to rare minerals. So they was probably like putting them in like rooms with, I don't know,
replacing their blood with mercury.
Yeah. And this was an effort to enhance Aryan physical traits and extend lifespans. Some rumors even claim that they tested elixirs based on medieval alchemy on prisoners, hoping to create superhuman SS soldiers who could withstand extreme conditions.
Right.
Yeah. But everybody knows about that stuff.
Right. Well, the other part that I want to bring up that's happened in the past few years, it's they would put people in extreme cold and then trying to see if they could bring them back.
Yeah.
It was a few years ago. Remember I know that I shared news articles with you about that right there, where they would take pigs that were no longer alive, and they were able to bring back like the heart, get the heart pumping again, get the other stuff pumping again after it had been dead for hours. They were able to bring these things back.
The craziest one I ever seen, I don't know if it's still on the internet or not, is the one from the Soviets where they were bringing dog heads back to life.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. But maybe even more modern than that. There's a frog that can be frozen for years and come back to life when it thaws out.
Mm-hmm.
They were experimenting with that DNA in recent years to try to think sci-fi movies, how people go into deep slumbers and cryogenic chambers, like in spaceships and stuff for space travel.
Yeah.
They were experimenting with that frog's DNA to to basically create a chemical that would allow us to go into a stasis state for space travel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they were doing that.
It's like you said in your notes here, all of this that we're saying, there's a lot of parallels with current bioengineering, because we're doing this today. Like the super soldier stuff, we're totally doing that.
Yeah. like Mingla, he would, when the way that he did this, like the twin studies you all mentioned way earlier, he would like do insane stuff, like inject chemicals into children's eyes, sew them together. Like maybe if I sew them together, they'll become one person.
They'll be conjoined.
He tried to change color of the skins. Like he did all kinds of crazy stuff. He did weird organ transplants. All kinds of things.
Yeah. Well, to give an idea of where they were then as compared to what it is now. Back then they were trying to take human male sperm and put it into an ape and produce some kind of a super soldier or something like that. Well, nowadays we know that they have brought that up to the point where they can grow a human ear on a mouse's back. They can grow human compatible hearts inside of a hog. That happened. The guy got the pig heart transplanted into his body a couple of years ago. So they've truly advanced with a lot of this stuff. And what my understanding of it is, what they figured out is whenever it's still in the egg before it really goes to divide, and that's when they inject what they want to inject into it as far as the different genetics to produce something that would be more of a hybrid rather than a pure species. So you got the spider goat that produces, instead of milk, it produces silk.
Yep.
Shoots webs.
Yeah. So you got some truly crazy stuff that's new to this planet through the genetics that they're playing with. It's wild when you think about that. And now even they're wanting to put an organoid into a robot, which is a human brain. And some of those human brains have even developed eyes on the front of the brain. They
put the human brain organoid in a spider robot and just let this thing walk around.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's the future of AI. Is you're going to have human brain interfaces into things like ChatGPT. And this sounds crazy, but if you go to Google and just put in something like human brain organoid AI interface, it's already happening.
Yeah.
They're using these organoids to train AI models and vice versa. Because what you have in these organoids is something you could never have in an algorithm, which is consciousness.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't take near as much energy to run one of those as it does a microprocessor.
Yeah.
That's insane. Meta BOC systems. The integration of human brain organoids into robots represents a significant advancement in the field of biotechnology and robotics.
Yep. It sounds crazy. A lot of the stuff we talk about sounds crazy until you go to Google or wherever you search Brave.
Yeah. Brave, DuckDuckGo, Yandex, wherever. So
anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, and it all stems from these. It feels like it all stems from the research of these people that we kind of did the draft for, because they would do things like they attempted resurrection through multiple different means of like dead humans, and that's kind of I can't help but think that these billionaires are investing in these things like these brainoids going into robots because they're like, if we can do that, then we can put mine in there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like a resurrection or immortality thing.
Yeah.
They want an altered carbon situation to where their consciousness can just keep going.
Yeah.
Whether it's a current body or a different body, I don't think they care.
Yeah. They're seeking immortality is what they're after.
I don't think I'd want to live forever, man.
And I think I know there's a whole list of where where the stuff could be, but I think seized by the Allies is probably the biggest.
100, yeah. Yeah, I was just going to skip right over that because, I mean, it could have been seized by them. It can be hidden in underground bunkers. They could have took it to South America with them. They could have took it to Antarctica with them. They could have done anything they did.
I think that room of gold that went missing is probably in somebody's house, like a trillionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it was melted down and put in Fort Knox. Woo!
So far, so good, Crystal. So far, so good.
Yeah.
As of today, you're successful. But one of the more disturbing rumors around the Nazi medical experimentation involves alleged attempts to resurrect dead soldiers using dark rituals, fringe science. The theories fueled by Himmler's obsessions with death magic combined with SS deep-rooted belief in Nordic mythology and reincarnation.
That's where the whole Nazi zombies thing came from.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. They believed that they could use electromagnetic and shock therapy to bring people back, kind of like Frankenstein in a way, except they had to pump them full of, different things, and you like exposure to magnetic fields and surge electricity.
Yeah.
Put some radiation on it, and you got somebody that's brought back to life like a machine brought back online.
Yeah, that of the stuff right here, when we get to that part of the theory, it kind of made me think of Frankenstein. And how it. I mean, that's just what it made me think of.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, these people had such disregard for human life that they could have done whatever they wanted to experiment wise. Right. Like, what happens if we pump them full of salt?
They did. They did do all of this.
Yeah. Like anything that their mind thought of. They was like, I read a book one time that this person brought this fella back to life by shocking him a lot. You know what I mean? Like they could just do what they wanted to do because they didn't see a human as a human. They seen a whole race of people as vermin, and I don't know, like, and even with the corpses of their own people, they no longer saw it as a person that's laying there like your friend. They saw that, right there, something we could use. Well, it's material. Yeah, it's insane. But they use virile energy to try to bring people back to life. Blood ritual and necromantic practices. Those were like blood ceremonies that could bring back fallen soldiers and summon supernatural forces to aid the Third Reich. In the deepest fringes, it was believed that Nazis paired blood ritual and necromancy with electrical current, again, similar to Frankenstein's monster, to create unstoppable soldiers with no conscience that cause hesitation in battle or in life, no morals, just simple destruction and devastation. There's no viable evidence of existence of Zombie Soldier Project, but there was this thing that came on TV a long time ago. I can't remember what it was, but it was like people telling like strange things they'd seen. And there was a village out that way. I can't remember. It might have been like the Philippines or somewhere, where they said this person came into their village. He was smoking and he had all these wires hooked to him, and they kept shocking him, and he just wreaked havoc, and he was putting off some kind of gas that was toxic, and if you smelled it, you got viciously ill. And there was rumors that was some kind of zombie soldier experiment.
If they did solve mortality, they're still around.
Oh yeah, that's the theory.
Think like Denver Airport. Place all these secret places, the secret bunkers, all over the world, or Antarctica. But I think, we're halfway, so this would be a good place to put a pin in it if you want to do a part 2.
We're going to have to.
We're only halfway.
Yeah, only halfway. But my whole thing with immortality and the way that they was doing it back then, would you age, or would it be like a Man of Earth situation where your body just like has figured out a way to regenerate your cells to keep you forever at a certain age?
Cell regeneration would have to be solved, because even if you sewed body parts together like a Frankenstein situation, they're still going to age if you don't solve for cell degradation.
Yeah.
So unless they came up with a magic serum like they did for Captain America, that part's not going to work.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to be a 3-hour episode. I thought it might be maybe like 2, but I knew it was going to be a hefty one. So yeah, I think we'll just revisit this at some point.
Yeah,
I'm changing the color on my stuff here so I know where we got to.
Yeah, we'll have to do it relatively soon, just so that
continuity.
People don't forget.
Yeah, continuity.
But yeah, and we could honestly do the same thing for other countries. Like, there's a long storied history of eugenics and all of this same stuff, minus maybe minus the genocides, even with America.
You want to hear something really funny?
Yeah,
we're not even halfway. Ooh, when we originally did this was like a 2 or 3 part episode, so it's kind of the same situation. But yeah, I mean, it's a strange thing, and we were getting into some different stuff anyway, tearing away like that. So,
what do you all? Let's do a palate cleanser. What in the chat? Drop a palate cleanser. What do you all want to talk about? You want to talk about food? we always end up talking about food anyway.
Yeah. Well, tell me, I'll go ahead and you brought up food. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about ribs. I've started cooking my ribs.
I don't know that they're gonna put that in the chat as a palate cleanser.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what I've started doing with my ribs. Instead of cooking them low and slow for like 3.5 hours or 4 hours or whatever, what I have started doing when I'm cooking them on a pellet smoker is I'll crank that thing up to 325 and I'll let it go for about an hour to hour and 10 minutes, but just on the grill on the grates. And then I will wrap it, go ahead and put my butter down and all that, wrap it up tight, put it in there for another 50 minutes to another hour. And most of the time they're done in 2 hours time. Mm-hmm. Nice. And they come out tasting just as good as if you cooked them for a long time.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing here lately with ribs.
So we've been making our own Frankenstein dinner, and this is a crazy recipe, but it's worth trying if you've got a waffle maker. So we have a single circular waffle maker. It's like this. It's a small one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you start out with taters.
She's wanting up here. Sorry about that.
So you skin your taters. They don't got to be perfect. Just skin some of it, because if you don't, when you cook your taters, the skin's going to be too hard. But basically, just for ease, you're going to microwave the potatoes until they're soft after you skin them. And then you're going to take your soft tater, and crush it in your waffle maker. And you're going to let it brown up. And once it's golden brown, you throw some cheese on top, throw the waffle maker back down, let the cheese brown with the rest of it. Take it out. No, well, this is a good reason to go get another one, Landa. So you take it out, and you've got your cheese waffle. I top it with smoked chicken in buffalo sauce, homemade ranch, and then cheese of your choice. I do the whole tray of those and then throw it in the oven to let the cheese melt and everything kind of commingle. And they are the bomb. Now, it's not the easiest meal to make because it takes time.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for like a good Sunday meal where you want some taters, that they are worth making.
It sounds good. It's right now that's something I can't eat right now. I've changed my diet up. So,
well, You don't have to do buffalo sauce. You could also do, if you like chicken bacon ranch.
Yeah.
You could cook bacon and do the same thing with your chicken and everything, and cheese and ranch, and then add your bacon, and you can have chicken loaded. It's basically like a loaded potato, like a chicken bacon ranch, except it gets nice and crispy in the waffle maker. It's a perfect, if you were able to eat taters. I always want taters too, Landa.
Yeah. Oh, they're good. It's taters cooked in a cast iron skillet's hard to beat.
Yeah. So Crystal said, what would our death row meals be? Dude, you gotta stop.
No.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. We talked about it before, ain't we?
Yeah, we're all cousins, Landa, now.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome for family dinner anytime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely pig out for death row meal. 8-piece chicken from Kroger, extra crispy.
From Kroger?
I love Kroger chicken.
Stop.
I love
Get all the way out of here, dude.
Jalapeno, extra jalapeno, bacon, and mushroom pizza from Domino's. 30 wings from Wingstop, different flavors.
You ain't eating all this.
Oh yeah, I would. If I knew I was dying, I would force it down. I'd be like, "Let's go, boys. Let's do this." After I got done, because I want to see who has to clean that mess up.
After you ate all of that, you'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead. I'm hurting now. Y'all go ahead and put me out of my misery."
Might as well drink a glass of milk, because a gallon of milk, I think, because I'm severely lactose intolerant. So.
Oh man, wow, yeah, that'd be tough, man. Figure out what your favorite food would be to do that with. Wow.
Yeah.
Oof, man.
What about you, Stephen? What are you having for your last meal?
Oh wow, man, there's so many good things out there. I don't know, man. There's so many good things out there. I mean, it's a
Ronnie said to hear him out. Hear me out.
Yeah. I tell you what, I mean, really good brisket, the point end, the fatty end of the brisket. The fatty end of the brisket, the fatty part of the brisket, some really good baked beans, stuff like that. I mean, that right there would be something that'd be worth considering, in potato salad if it's done correctly. So,
yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad way to go right there.
Whataburger. I loved Whataburger when we was down south, and we found one close to us in Knoxville, and we went to it, and it was one of the most disappointing things in my life. It was so friggin' disgusting. It was nasty.
Just ran by degenerates.
It was. I mean, yeah. So no, because if I'm going on death row, I'll probably be around here, and I don't want it from Knoxville. So
yeah, get it ordered in from Texas. And then that way you wouldn't regret your Whataburger meal.
Yeah, the ones down south were amazing.
I think I'm having. So there's a restaurant here. Everybody knows Fresh's. I think maybe everybody don't know Fresh's because Landa's in Texas.
Big boy.
Fresh's is a regional restaurant that, and this is going to sound nasty for those of you who don't live near Fresh's, but they put tartar sauce on their smash burgers. And that sounds nasty, but the way they dress it up, it's actually really good. There's a local restaurant here that makes homemade big boys that are smashed.
Mm-hmm.
And Cecil's going to get a picture pulled up or something. So it's called Frisch's Big Boy, and the sandwich is called a Big Boy, and it's dressed with like lettuce, and tartar sauce, and you can get spicy tartar sauce too instead of the regular. And it's kind of like a Big Mac. Think Big Mac, except instead of the Mac sauce, it's got this special tartar sauce that they make.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
So the local place that makes them, it's smash patties without the middle bun. So it's like a traditional smash burger with shredded lettuce and the tartar sauce. That would be one thing that I would have. Chicken wings, buffalo.
You gotta get at least 5 that's mango habanero too. I mean,
yeah, I do like the mango habanero. Homemade ranch, homemade blue cheese. And maybe that's it. Simple, nice American burger, smash burger, and some wings.
this is what Mandy, since she pulled that prank on me, this is what Mandy would have for her last meal. She says it's a milk sandwich.
Can't stand wings. I don't know that you're a Texan, Landa. I don't know that I don't know that you actually live in Texas. Maybe this whole time Landa has lived in like Nebraska.
Wow. Do they not, Landa, do they not have a Wingstop anywhere near you? Because Wingstop, that's a good place to go.
I like Wingstop.
What state are you in, Ronnie? I saw you said that you don't know what Frisch's are either.
Yeah, we don't have them here.
It's a Midwest. I think the furthest south they go is right around where Cecil is.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Ronnie isn't in a state. That's true. He's in Canada.
In Canada. All right.
Well, we're still glad to have you, Ronnie.
Yeah,
Even if you're Canadian. You're going to have to tell us about some regional stuff that you eat then.
Yeah.
I'm sure those regional restaurants, just like with Whataburger.
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually got
poutine.
Sorry.
Have you ever had poutine? I've had poutine. I don't know what butter. Google butter tarts, Clarence.
Butter tarts.
Yeah,
if it has butter in it, man, it can't be too bad.
That's true.
Butter tarts.
Yeah.
I accidentally put butter farts. My bad.
I wouldn't trust one of those.
Oh yeah, we've eaten these before.
What is it?
It looks. Does it have nuts in it? It looks like.
That's why I'm asking. What?
I'll show it to you. It looks like something we get from Man Nuts. Entire screen right here.
It can. He said it can.
Yeah, those.
Oh,
it's like little cups with like the little jelly in them. You put little nuts on top of them.
Yeah, I can smash that for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When are you? That's not true, Landa. I'm sorry. A brisket, yeah. I mean, you gotta like it, but smoked wings? What are you talking about? What are you saying? Cecil, when are you doing the movie review stuff?
Yeah. As soon as we start recording them and I get them edited and put out. You want to see how she got me today, though, for the stupid ass TikTok video? You want to see it? I'll show it to you. I've never been on here for TikTok, so I didn't realize I was being on a TikTok video when she asked me this.
Maybe it'll go viral.
I doubt it. But right here is my lovely wife.
List of things that me and my husband put up our butts. I don't put anything up my butt, but here's what my husband puts up his butt.
Bass guitar and my backpack with my cables and stuff. Yeah, I had no
Here's a
idea what
list of
was
things.
going on. I didn't have any idea what was going on.
You look like you just woke up too.
Yeah, I had. Like, I've been up for 15 minutes, man. It's a rude trick.
Yeah.
I'm gathering the infrastructure to start the I forget what she called on TikTok, Cecil.
Appalachian fat lady.
Or Appalachian.
Yeah.
Depending.
Appalachian fat lady is what I said. The fuck?
So I'm thinking about I might run a pilot episode this week on Thursday. For the cooking spooky, strange, scary show. I haven't decided yet. It depends on whether I get the promo pack together.
Yeah, exactly. See, Appalachia.
That's what I said.
I said Appalachian fat lady.
You did not, no.
What did I say?
Crystal can back me up on that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Appalachian fat lady. Like, what the fuck, dude? I live in it. I don't know how to say it.
It's because you're from Florida.
I hear the voices in the woods. I hear the babies crying. I know about it.
So if I do a pilot this week, it'll be Thursday at 8 p.m. Or no, not 8 p.m. Jesus Christ. Thursday, maybe 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. Cool. Are you finding it from here, or do you have a different YouTube channel? Or how you sending it across the waves? Where can we see this?
It's gonna be so I've decided to call it. I had to change the name because it was already getting shadow banned because I had conspiracy in the name.
Yeah.
So it's called Cosmic Crumbs.
Cosmic Crumbs.
Yeah, Cosmic Crumbs.
Cosmic Crumbs.
So
Crumbs.
on YouTube, I'm basically doing the same places: YouTube, Kick, Twitch. I'm not doing a Facebook. It will be launched from Morgana's Facebook, like this show is.
Mm-hmm.
This show goes to 2 Facebooks. It goes to Where in the Folk and Morgana's.
Cool.
So it's got its own Kick, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Cosmic Crumbs, and I'll have Morgana post if you follow her on Facebook. That's where if you saw Kinder earlier, he's from Kick.
Yep.
We get tens of views on Kick.
And so if you're listening right now, like and subscribe to this channel and go to Cosmic Crumbs wherever you're listening, and like and subscribe and follow and catch up on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, we'll do 7, and it's gonna be a lot different than this. I want to have guests that talk about hometown recipes. So it's a food show plus weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be talking about food heavily. And then when there's not a guest, I may just read like Reddit stories or something. Like, we'll figure out what to do.
I heard rumor that you're going to do this without a shirt on too, right?
No.
Wow.
No, that's behind the paywall. Yeah, so it's like local lore. Like when we have guests on, it's going to be local lore. Stories that you can't Google is really what I want to hear from people. Like stories about just local ghosts and weird stuff. But when there's not a guest, it is going to be more, I don't know, maybe crazy Reddit stories or something. Like I'll figure it out. We'll read whatever you guys want. But if you ain't got nothing going on at 7 on Thursdays, I'll be doing that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. You wouldn't know this about Tully, but he's got a manly physique.
You know what? You never know. Maybe the views won't be there, and I'll have to improvise.
Next time when we go over there, Tully be sitting on a bar stool with a J string on.
This is what the ladies like. This is what
Full body shot. You're like, oh, today we're making.
If you're doing that, I'll have to wait till it comes out on audio.
Yeah, I feel like it would be hard to get guests. If, that would probably make the guests uncomfortable.
Yeah, it would. It would for sure.
Yeah, it's just going to be.
Almost had it.
But yeah, on Twitter. So I've already got the Twitter up and running. It's got about 500 followers. It's Cosmic Crumbs. And I've been posting like food stuff, weird stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I was throwing together some promo stuff, and I may do a pilot on Thursday. It's gonna be weird though. Like it's gonna be different, a lot different than this. So don't come expecting me to talk about conspiracies like this, because we won't. It's going to be more local and food oriented, and the guests are going to be maybe some of the similar faces. Like Caitlin's definitely going to come on, but it's going to be recipes from her heritage and stories that you can't Google, like ghost stories and just local legends that you would never hear unless you were from that area. And these guys may be on at some point too, because we've all got stories like that we don't talk about a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I can pop on anytime you need me to. I'm not that great of a cook, but I can fry the shit out of some chicken. I make some pretty good ribs. Make some good wings, you know. Not as good as Foley's wings.
Yeah, you might. The YouTube is up for everybody listening on YouTube. I don't even know if you can find it though.
I'm looking right now. I don't know which one's it.
It should be just a picture of a cake, like a pink cake.
Pink cake.
Like if you put in Cosmic Crumbs podcast, I think it'll come up. But maybe not though, because I haven't had a show.
Yeah, it probably ain't gonna pop up till you do your first one. But yeah, Till Death Do We Watch, that'll probably be March, because I want to get 7 or 8 filmed before I even release the first one, filmed and produced. They're going to be pre-recorded 10 to 15 minute segments, nothing big. But Cosmic Crumbs this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern on all your video platforms.
I'll have Morgana posted on Facebook. I'll have Morgana post all the links, and we'll try to do a pilot this Thursday. We may read some weird abduction stories or something from Reddit. I don't know. Or murder stories. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Mortar. So I'm going to hop off here and go outside and burn boxes, because that's how we do it in the woods. You know what I'm saying? It's nice out here. Ain't gonna start no forest fire. Obviously, there's snow and ice everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, tune in again next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Same place you're watching now, or wherever you want to go, we're there. To make sure to tune in Thursday night for the world premiere and pilot of Cosmic Crumbs.
It might not be worth nothing. We might have the episode, and I'm like, I ain't doing this no more. So
there should be some eye candy. You should get Frankie in the background.
Brace yourself.
You should get Frankie to come and just stand in the background so that we have a little additional eye candy. But thank you all so much. We appreciate you all tuning in, and thank you for watching us, because we are watching you. Peace.
Where